the UK girls and the Lagos girls, the same people, but different fonts. They just don't click. I'm a woman. I know how women used to operate. What is going on, my people? Happy 2025. Today, it is currently January 21st. I am in my new apartment. Okay, I'm still furnishing, so things I cannot show you just yet. But I'm on my nice white sofa or cream sofa. Let me not say white, it's cream sofa. And I'm just so looking forward to what 2025 has in store. So with that being said, let's jump right into the topic. Now that December is no longer among us, we can talk about the thing that used to happen in December. So if you're not familiar with Detty December, right, this is when a lot of people abroad usually go back home to Nigeria, to Ghana. And I didn't go this year because, please, even the stress from last year, I still not recovered. However, I always see Detty December content on my timeline.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to December!
9 a.m. in Ghana.
Farouk, shall see loud Imobo.
Now, personally, I don't think I've ever had a Detty December because it seems like what people classify as Detty is like, you know, you're more good at the clubs and all this stuff. And for me, my club days were like, 18, 19, 20. After that, I was like, I'm good. I don't really have a desire for that. And I'm also Igbo. So most Igbos, we go back to the East. And I actually really love spending time in the village. I love spending time with my grandma. And it doesn't mean I don't like Lagos scenery and like nice restaurants. I do. However, I just don't have the desire in me to do the clubbing thing. But I still love the content. I was scrolling on my TikTok feed and there was this discourse about Lagos girls being mean to the IJGB girls. If you don't know what IJGB stands for, it stands for I just got back. People who come from abroad, they go to Nigeria, oh, I just got back. I don't even know who coined that term. It is what it is. And so this creator and podcast host, Madam Joyce, if you're not familiar with her, she is the host of Cocktails and Takeaways, right? Cocktails and Takeaway podcast. She made this video. I'm not sure if it was on her Instagram, I'm not sure, but she made a video saying that she went to, I guess, a club or something, and she greeted some girls and they just kind of looked at her.
And because I don't give a heck. But with the girly pops, I'm not gonna generalize, but I feel like if I'm on a table, yeah, so let's just say I'm on a table, there's been a couple of times since I've been here that I've been invited on the table and I would say hi to everybody because like I'm new to the table, so I'm like, hi guys, like, oh hi everyone, or I'll say hi to the person who invited me, I'll be like, hi everyone. And the way the girls are looking at me, like I'm about to steal their man. And this has happened 3 times. As in, I have come in, I've said hi, like I'm saying hi, and there's not even a flinch. There's not even a budge. Now, I just thought that obviously, you know, me being high profile, sometimes people see me for the first time and they don't know what to do, or it's like, oh, I've seen her on the net. She's here in person. Oh my God, how strange. I understand that. But now seeing the conversations on TikTok, I don't know whether to redact. But yeah, girls, I'm really here to have a good time. I promise you, yeah. If I say hi, please just say hi back. I'm a nice person. I said that.
So now you have the discourse of why are the Lagos girls so rude to the girls abroad, right? Really specifically the UK girls, because if you really think about it, they really don't mention a lot of the American girls. It just seems like the American girls just go there and they're just themselves and they don't really get into like trouble for the most part. On the other hand, now you have the Lagos girls saying, we don't owe you guys anything, like who cares? So that inspired me to make this video because I really want to know, when did we start just making excuses and letting it be acceptable to just be rude? Like it's almost like we feel like it's our personality trait, like that's just who we are, you know? Like, why is that okay? And here are a few interesting perspectives.
The reason why Nigerian women are fighting the IJGB women is because they think the IJGB women are better than them. Yeah, I said it. The reason why Nigerian women are fighting these IJGB women, obviously because of men, but minus that. The core reason is because they think these women are better than them. So they want to put them in their place. That is the core reason why. That's why men don't think they are better than us. We don't think like that. That's why there's no male beef.
Nobody's small for Lagos, so there is nobody small for Lagos, because I don't understand. You for just end them, you for just, okay, you said I and they didn't respond to you, we go support you, but you can't go add petrol to the fire, adding high profile. Everybody in a high profile for Lagos. For them to be in that club, they are high profile too. So what are you feeling like? Immediately she just mentioned that high profile and snatching of boyfriend. I just knew there was a way she said that I just tried to picture everything. The way she was explaining how she said I was not the way she said it. Everybody in a bus for Lagos, so madam, rest.
I just want to start by saying that a lot of you have actually proven her point by saying that the girls in Lagos are mean. Because somebody has said that they see themselves as high profile. You've kind of gone on the bandwagon of who do you think you are, bro? If I think I'm high profile, if I think I'm that babe, who's to tell me that I'm not? Who's to tell me that I'm not high profile? Who's to tell me that I'm not that girl? Like, be for real.
Finally watched the offending Madam Joyce video. The way you guys were banging on about this, I just assumed genuinely that she walked into a club and she was mad that the DJ didn't stop playing Unavailable, didn't stop eating his bloody dodo gizzard, and everyone didn't stop and look at her like in the films. She was talking about being seated on a table 3 times, she said. 3 times she's been sat on a table. When someone sits at the table, you bloody notice. And she's saying she said hi and people didn't say hi back. That's what you guys are crying about. So you've established that's rubbish. Okay, now we're talking about the high profile thing. Is she low profile? I mean, if there was a term medium profile, maybe she would have said that. She's trying to say that she's not like the other girls, and she's not. You guys aren't running up and down, flying across the world, going to premieres and whatnot. And yeah, okay, Lagos girls are different. Sorry, right? I understand, like, to an untrained ear, her saying that maybe they didn't know how to greet me sounds off. But genuinely, even my little self, people will be staring at me in a strange manner. No offense, guys. You guys will be staring in a strange manner. I'm thinking, what the hell is their problem? But it's just like, oh, I don't know whether to say hi or not. So there's nothing wrong with her assuming that. The same way you guys are claiming no one knows her. She didn't know anyone on the table either. Calm it down. Calm it down now.
So a lot of people had issues with her saying that maybe it could have been because she was high profile. And I think people took that as her saying, oh, I'm high profile, so these babes, they need to, like, you know, when they see me, they need to speak. That's not what she was saying. She was saying there's a possibility of it being that, okay, maybe they've seen her on socials or whatever. And so, you know, Nigerians are very keen on trying to humble people, right? So she's not lying. She's not lying, like, because some people will see you, and as someone who gets a bit of social media recognition, mainly like here, you know, where I'm based, or, you know, anywhere where there's like Nigerians, you know, you have people that'll come up to you and be like, oh my gosh, I loved your content and stuff. And I'm like, you know, you're just appreciative. But then I feel like sometimes some people will just assume that you feel because you have this notoriety or, you know, you get recognition that, oh, she probably thinks she's all that. So let me humble her by whatever it is that they choose to do. And you know what? That's their business, right? That's them projecting, right? Maybe that's what they would do if they were in this situation. But it is what it is, right? So I see what she's saying on that, because Nigerians, you don't even have to have any kind of recognition, but they are very keen on humbling people. You know, we love to humble people. But could it have been that they simply probably just didn't know who she was? Just because you have a lot of notoriety where you're based does not mean it's going to translate to Nigeria.
Madam Joyce, I really like you, but come close and let me advise you as a sister. I watched the video where you complained about Lagos girls, and if you had just stopped your video at, you said hello to them, they didn't respond, it was rude, you know, we can understand. But you saying that they did that because you are high profile. Girl, do you know if those girls on that table are equally as high profile as you are? You forget that we are in the social media era, that to become famous is very easy. And the fact that you are known in the UK does not equal that people will know you in Nigeria. These are two different social media terrains. Now, people know you in the UK, yes, it's easy to go out and be recognized. But the UK social media community and the Nigerian social media community are two different things. The same way, if someone like Ash Mushi had gone out, maybe they would have said hello to her, maybe people would have smiled in recognition, maybe they would have said hello to her. But if Ash Mushi should come to the UK, she's going to go out and walk on the streets and nobody knows her. It is normal. Now, those girls that you might be seeing on that table, you might go outside and see that they are pulling Range Rovers. You might go outside and see some of them are pulling Porsches. You might go outside and see some of them are pulling the latest Prado Jeeps. Don't even play with Lagos girls. Don't play.
There are so many creators in Nigeria. In fact, everybody thinks they're even high profile in Nigeria. So it's almost like, who are you? As someone who has been to like Lagos and other countries, I have gotten more recognition in South Africa than in Nigeria. And again, it's not something that I look for, but I just thought it was so interesting because when I think about it, I'm like, I don't really know a whole bunch of South African content creators, comedians, those that are kind of in my niche. And I would love to know some. But then when you come to Nigeria, it's like there are so many people in Nigeria. It's crazy. So it could have been that maybe they just didn't really know who she was, or maybe the club scene is really loud. Maybe they didn't hear her, right? But even if they didn't know that she was someone on a podcast interviewing all these people, I do feel like they knew that this was someone that was simply from abroad. And if they did hear her, I can definitely see it being a thing of them still kind of ignoring her, because if we're being honest, guys, let's be honest with ourselves. Me, I'm a woman. I know how women used to operate. It's only God that used to change the hearts of some women. I feel like when the IJGB girls, guys, mainly girls, when they come to Lagos, it's almost like those who live in Lagos 365, they're almost kind of annoyed. Not even almost, they are very annoyed, and they are very vocal about it. One, because it's okay, traffic and the prices, it's hard to get an appointment. But I think especially in that club environment, it's almost like the new girl that comes to the school, right? And she has this accent, and the boys may be a little smitten. And so as women, if we're being honest, because women are competitive by nature, I do believe that some struggle with that inferiority complex. Like when the new girl comes in, you feel intimidated. Like some will never admit it. They'll never admit it because pride is too high. But it's like you feel some type of way. So you kind of create this guard, this wall, or whatever you want to call it. So I do believe that's a thing. And there's this belief that those who are in Nigeria want to jakba or move abroad, right? Because Nigeria, although we have great resources, it's just corrupt. The government is just, they don't care. So there's that belief that all Nigerians want to just leave and come abroad, which is actually not true. A good amount, yes. But there are some people that actually live good lives in Nigeria. Like they don't even see themselves coming over to America to now start all over. They have their drivers, they have their house helps, all these things. And so I feel like sometimes the people abroad will kind of have that mentality like, oh, you guys want to be us, and you're just jealous because you're not abroad, and so that's not always the case. So sometimes they do act funny, like, let's be honest. And if I'm really being real with you, I feel like the UK girls and the Lagos girls are like the same people but different fonts. And so how when you have a magnet, you put two that are the same, they just don't click. So all in all, my take is that I will never
do such a thing. No, my lord.
I can never defend rudeness. For a culture who is raised on respect and, manners. Now, granted, it's more respect towards your elders. I know that. But it's just like someone greets you. Just greet them back. You don't owe any, it's just common courtesy. And so it just blew my mind as to how many people were just defending that. And I'm just like, wow, how did we actually get here? Nobody is above anybody. I don't care if you're from the UK, if you're from Lagos, you're not above everybody. I personally cannot hang around people with that kind of heart, that kind of mindset, to where you feel like to even just greet, or you feel like somebody is stopping you in the heart. You start seeing it with the younger ones as well. Like there's just this scowl, and I just don't want to be associated with that. You'll go to an event, your makeup will be done, you'll be looking nice, all for you to be putting on a frown and be looking, you're just messing up your whole outfit. Like, I don't know. I don't know whether it's steez or whatever. It doesn't take much to just do the healing, right? Because a lot of people just do the healing, but just be light. There have also been times where I have actually complimented somebody at a wedding, like, oh, I love your dress. And you'll just get the driest, oh, thanks. Or just the way some people just present is just very cold. And I said, I beg, I don't want. I gravitate towards people who are there to have a good time. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to be joyful. And I just don't believe in that rude, mean girl attitude. I'm going to do a video about God delivering me from being a mean girl. That'll be my next video. But I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I just feel like we've adopted this mindset and this way of living. Just, it's okay to be rude. It's okay to to just, I beg, don't. For me, being kind and courteous does not mean that people could just walk over you. And I think that's kind of what it is. They see it as a sign of weakness. And so everybody's just having these guards up. Listen, I will greet you. I will be kind to you. But if you dare cross me, I'm going to tell you about yourself. So it doesn't mean that a person is weak and you just let people take advantage of you. No, you have to have boundaries. So I would love to know your thoughts. Are you on the side of Madam Joyce? Are you on the side of the Lagos girls, like they don't owe her anything? Let me know in the comments below. Have you experienced something like this? Whether it's at a club or a wedding or a gathering, that mean girl attitude. I would love to know. And check out my next video because I'm going to expound on this mean girl topic and let you know more about my testimony. Voilà, that's it for this video. Bye.